Oh, Lucky Legion's already ready to test me, huh? Oh, man. Okay. Am I going? All right. Yes, we are live. How's it going, everybody? Not a lot of people here today because pretty much everybody's in Vegas, but the true OGs are here. How's it going, everybody? We're doing some more triple-double bonus. Is that good or bad that the volume's loud? I'll try. It's good, I guess, if I don't need to yell. So, we are going to go over why. There's the present button. Come on. Present. Okay, so part 3 is triple-double bonus training overview. This is part 3. As a reminder, this 3-part training series is curated for video poker players who have extensive previous knowledge playing double-double bonus, video poker variant, and are looking to adopt playing triple-double bonus in a effort efficient manner. We already have fundamental knowledge of double-double bonus and have recently been open to occasionally playing triple-double on live streams and in our recorded videos. Players learn at a different pace, thus it is recommended to rewatch some of these strategies if you need to. I really powered through the one last week, so I'm going to try and slow it down a bit this week. I thought we were going to run out of time, but then I powered through it too quickly, and we had time left over. So part 1 is where the high EV is expected value. The high EV hold differences between 9-6 double-double and 9-6 triple-double. Part 2 was the common differences that between double-double and triple-double. These were the hands that the EV wasn't super different on, but they were hands that were going to happen much more often. So even though they weren't huge differences, those do add up after a while. In part 3 is going to be the less common and minor EV hold differences between double-double and triple-double. And bonus coming soon, if people are interested, the hold differences between 9-6 triple-double and full pay 9-7 triple-double. So that is probably a bit of a harder game to find, but if people are interested, Pac said he would be more than happy to do that. And the triple-double bonus basic strategy chart, is here. Oh, wait, I can't copy it from this computer. Lucky Mr. B might be in Vegas. Well, it was Paxor, it was you that said that there were people, most of the people were in Vegas, so I thought he may have been one of the people you were referring to. So not every viewer following us on the Jackpot Gents or this channel, American Casino Guidebook, may have prior experience playing double-double bonus. For players who are interested in approaching the triple-double bonus strategy with a full basic strategy chart ordered from the best down to the worst, you can go to this link. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up real quick on my other computer and copy it into the chat. And of course, this other computer. And so this is, that strategy chart, it has all the holds listed. I'm going to the wrong website. That might help. thejackpotgents.com. And this is a very important one. Is triple-double bonus right for you? Because this is a very volatile game. My dad hates it. So hang on. I got this strategy, the link to the strategy chart right here. We'll put this in here. Yes, I know people that specifically go to Vegas while the big sporting events are happening so that it is less obvious that they are doing AP stuff and trying to make money off the casinos. So is triple-double bonus right for you? There's some questions that you should ask yourself to see if an extremely volatile video poker game like triple-double bonus is right for you. Can you take big losses in a casino visit in stride? So we have on this channel YouTube videos in our archive covering the potential negative psychological effects that losing may have on a player. It's very important that a player has the mental capacity to handle the risk tolerance. I think this would be a big difference between my father and I. He has almost no risk tolerance. That's why he plays jacks are better, and I have a bit of a risk tolerance. I don't mind the big swings, which is why I prefer double-double and triple-double. You should not cave into temptation or the peer pressure of others saying you can win big with triple-double bonus. On a 3-hour session at 600 hands per hour of single-hand 9-6 triple-double bonus, there's a 15% probability that you will lose more than 2,000 credits, which is $500 in quarters or $10,000 if you are on $5 denomination. Or, of course, $2,000 if you're on $1 denomination. So that is a pretty big chance of going broke with $2,000 on single line. Do you have reliable income? Do you have a form of employment? Do you have a business selling goods or services? Do you have annuities, a retirement plan, pension, anything like that? Volatile games require bigger bankrolls to enjoy because you got to wait to hit those rare hands that pay so much. If you don't hit those rare hands, you're going to have, almost guaranteed to have a bad session without the risk of tapping out sooner than you want. Can the player be able to recoup from big losses and come up with the bankroll for your next casino trip? If you are not making money, a good bit of money on a regular basis, if you have a big loss, you might not be able to make that back before your next trip to the casino, because you should always gamble responsibly. We probably don't stress this enough. Gambling is a form of entertainment. You should look at going into a casino. You should walk in with a budget, know how much you're going to spend. You go to a football game, tickets are like $100 a piece. So, you're not going to go to a football game if you need to use your rent money to pay for those tickets or any of the food or the beer or the drinks or anything you're going to have that day. You should treat the casino the exact same way. Set a budget of money that is disposable income that you can afford to lose, and don't go over that, And can the player hold off on excessive celebrations after winning? Some casinos conveniently have stores that sell luxury brand names, So 4 aces with a kicker in this game pays 4,000 credits, the same as a royal flush. So if you hit one of those big hands, you don't want to go burning all that money before your next trip, Those are very good tips there. And now, income tax considerations. $1,200 or more is going to trigger a W-2. If you are playing even 50-cent denomination or higher, there are several hands that will trigger a W-2. And if you do not, and if you're playing multiple hands, that's on single line. If you're playing 10 hands, your chances of hitting them go up even more. And once you play crazy stuff like hot roll poker or anything with a progressive meter, the chances of you hitting W-2s are going up. And those increase your adjusted gross income at the time of filing taxes. You can be no longer eligible for certain benefits if your income gets too high. Hi, Mom. And then does your state claim taxes for a W-2 win, a W-2G win? For example, in Mississippi, 3% is taken out before you are paid, and you cannot reclaim any of that, even if you itemize your gambling losses. Does your local casino punish its players with lesser comps or bounce back for big winning trips? Will you hold the kicker when the time comes? If you're dealt trip aces, 2s, 3s, or 4s, you are supposed to hold the kicker. If you cannot trust yourself to hold the kicker, you should probably not be playing triple-double bonus. This scenario happens about once every 326 rounds. The kicker with trip aces, it's an average loss of 19 credits every time you don't hold the kicker. If it is 2s, 3s, or 4s trips that you're dealt and you don't hold the kicker, it's going to cost you an average of 9.5 credits. Why learn triple double bonus instead 9-6 instead of full pay 9-7? Hang on, excuse me. Pardon me. We have received inquiries from viewers over the live chat during the live stream with regards to full pay triple double bonus, where the full house pays 9 for 1 and the flush pays 7 for 1. If you can play that game correctly, it's going to have a return of 99.57. Thank you, guys. In the recent years, casinos have gradually been tightening the payback of video poker, table games, and slots for various reasons. The most common reasons are state governments are asking for tax revenue from the casinos. So if the casinos don't get to keep all that money, they want to take more money to keep their profits where they were before the taxes. Casinos are looking to do renovations or expansions. And you know, the big saying, casinos aren't built on winners. Or the lack of competition by other casinos nearby, or just to increase revenue to cover all of their operating costs. So it has become less common. I think I said this at the beginning when we spoke of 10-7 or 9-7. Become less common to find video pokers that machines that have higher than a 99% payback in casinos across the nation. That's why we figured it was better to learn 9-6, because A, that's the best pay table we can find, and B, I would say for a vast majority of players in the entire country outside of probably just the state of Nevada and maybe even just Reno, you're really probably not going to find 9-7 triple double bonus. So coming soon, a bonus segment. It's not going to be a whole session, but we will do a bonus segment covering the major hold differences between 9-6 and 9-7 triple double for those who happen to have access to that game in their casinos. So this is a recap of part 2 that we did last week. And scenario 7 was the ace high versus a jack 10 suited. Ace is always held over the jack 10 suited. In double-double bonus and jacks are better, you would hold the jack 10 suited over the ace. Scenario number 8, if you have a high card jack queen king versus 3 to a flush and the high card is part of it. There's only one high card, jack queen or king present, and a 3 to the flush has the jack queen or king in it. Then the 3 to the flush is held over just the high card. There is an update, though. I guess we missed this last week. Added exception stipulations for the high card. Jack versus 3 to the flush with the jack. Stipulation number 1 is if... Wait, hang on. There's an ad. Let me wait till the ad is over now. So, stipulation number 1. If one of the two unsuited cards outside of the 3 to the flush is an 8, 9, or 10, you hold 3 to the flush with the jack over the high card. Stipulation number 2. If 3 to the flush has either an 8 or 9 along with a jack, hold the 3 to the flush over the jack, with the jack over just the jack. Otherwise, you hold just the jack over the 3 to the flush. So that would be, you would need to have straight interference from the unsuited cards, makes you hold 3 to the flush. Or if you have an 8 or a 9 with part of the suited 3 cards, you would hold the 3 to the flush. I would assume the reason 10 is not mentioned in stipulation number 2 is because if you have a jack 10 suited, that's the 2 to the royal, and you would hold that because it becomes more powerful because you have shots at the royal and the straight flush. Scenario number 9. 4 to the inside straight with 3 high cards versus 2 suited high cards. 4 to the inside straight is always going to be held over the 2 suited high cards with an ace or a king. If they the 2 suited high cards have an ace or a king in them, always go to the 4 to the inside straight. 4 to the inside straight with 3 high cards will be held over the 2 suited high cards, jack queen, if the 5th card is a flush penalty, meaning a 2 through a 9 that matches the jack queen. And again, the 10 is not listed there because if the 10 is suited, then you have 3 to the royal. Scenario number 10. 3 to the flush with no high cards versus discard all. If there's no high cards present in the hand and no 4 to the inside straight, you do hold 3 to the flush over discarding everything. Perhaps my dad should have been watching this training last week because he asked me if I was sure that was the correct play, playing triple-double bonus today. Yeah, some people are visual learners, some are not. But if you use that link at the top in the chat that I had posted a little bit ago, you can get the strategy chart and get your visual aid. So scenario number 11 was 3 to the straight, 10 jack queen versus 2 high cards. There's unsuited queen and jack present along with a 10. You hold 3 to the straight. If queen jack is suited, do not include the 10 unless it's also part of the royal flush. Yeah, I'll send. I think it's still on my clipboard. Let me see if I can send it again. Boom. There you go. There's the link to that strategy chart if you need it. Scenario number 12 was 3 to the flush with ace and with a 2-card royal ace high versus 2 suited high cards with the if you just hold the ace high to the 2 to the royal. 3 to the flush, if X is 2 through 9, is held over 2 suited high cards if there is one other unsuited high card present. That's not an ace, of course. Scenario 14, or 13, excuse me. 4 to the flush with 3 to the royal versus 3 to the royal. If there's 4 to the flush with 3 to the royal and it's ace high, 4 to the flush is held if there is one other unsuited 10 jack queen or king present. So if you have a straight penalty, you're going to go for 4 to the flush. Scenario 14, which is 14 through 18, is part 3 for today. So, scenario 14, inside straight with 4 high cards versus 3 to the straight flush with 2 gaps. Scenario 15, 3 to the flush with queen 10 of the royal versus 2 to the royal queen 10. Scenario 16 is multi-part. It's high card king versus 3 to the straight flush with, well, that would be a double inside straight flush with no high cards. Scenario 17, 2 to the straight flush, 3-4 suited versus discarding everything. And scenario 18, high card ace versus the 3 to the straight flush, 2-3-5 or 2-4-5. So, scenario 14, inside straight with 4 high cards, which has to be ace, king, queen, jack, versus 3 to the straight flush with 2 gaps, either a 9 queen king or a 9 jack king. So note, in triple double bonus, the inside straight with 4 high cards will be held over 3 to the straight flush with the high card and 2 gaps. Only the straight flush with 2 high card 2 gap 8 jack queen is held over the ace king jack queen, because there's no interference, and I would assume because jack queen king is the highest. So if your dealt hand is 9 jack queen king ace and 9 jack queen are suited, or 9 queen king are suited, excuse me, in double you'd go for the 3 card straight flush. In this game, triple double bonus, you're going to go for the 4 card straight, which I find actually that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So scenario 15 is 3 to the flush with 10 queen, which is 2 to the royal, versus the 2 to the royal of just the 10 queen. In triple double bonus, 3 to the flush, if it's a 2 through a 6, is held over the 2 to the royal if the other 2 cards are 8 and 9, regardless if it's suited or unsuited. So that would be 2 penalty cards. So 7-10 queen would not, because it would form 4 to the outside straight, 7, 8, 9, 10, and would be superior over the 10 queen. So if you are dealt a 5, 8, 9, 10 queen, and the 5, 10 queen are suited. 9-6 double-double would tell you to keep just the 10 queen, go for the royal. In 9-6 triple-double, you're going to keep the 3 of them and go for the flush. Scenario 16, part 1. A. High card, king versus 3 to the straight flush with 2 gaps, double inside, 6, 7, or 8 high. In triple-double bonus, a high card king is held over the double inside straight flush, meaning straight flush with 2 gaps. 2-3-6, 2-4-6, 2-5-6, 3-4-7, 3-5-7, 3-6-7. So that would be 6s, 7s, and 8s high, of course, like we just said up top. If there is a 9, that is one of the same matching cards suits as the king. So if you are dealt 2-4-6 of hearts and a K9, King 9 of diamonds, I call that the dog, King 9. You're going to keep, in double-double, you keep just the king. In triple-double, you're going to go 2-4-6. And that's because that 9 of diamonds. Oh. But it is correct at the bottom. Did I just read it incorrectly and read it the right way? Hopefully. 16B here. This is going to be the high card king. Oh, okay. The hold was correct. Okay. So high card king versus the double inside straight flush 9 high is part B. And triple-double bonus, a high card king is held over the double inside straight flush 9 high, so it would have to be 5-6-9, 5-7-9, or 5-8-9. If there's a 2, 3, or 4 of the same matching suit to the king. So part B and C are the description is going to be wrong. So if you have a 3 of diamonds, a king of diamonds, and then a 5-6-9 of hearts, in double-double, you'd keep just the king. In triple-double, you go for the double inside straight flush. Oh, okay. So this is C. It says B there, but this is C. Oh, I don't know how I didn't catch these typos earlier. So this is actually scenario 16C. It's the king high versus the 3 to the straight flush 10 high. And again, we'll skip the description since he said there's a typo there. So it is, again, if it's 2, 3, 4, or 5 and matches the king, you're going to keep the straight flush then. Yeah, I apologize. I was very tired last night when I looked through this as well, so I don't blame you for missing the typos if I missed them too. So if you have a 6, 7, 10 of hearts and a king 5 of diamonds, 9-6 double-double would tell you to keep just the king. 9-6 triple-double, again, you go for the 3-card straight flush. Scenario 17 here is 2 to the straight flush, 3-4. So if you have a 3-4 suited versus discarding everything. In triple-double bonus, the 3-card straight flush, and it's only 3-4 because they're both kickers, are held if there's 8, 9, and 10 present in 2 or 3 different suits that are not the same one as the 3-4. So no other 2-card straight flushes without high cards are held, and no other 3-card straights. So in this hand, 3, 4 of hearts and 8, 9, 10, with the 9, 10 being diamonds. So those 9 and 10 are suited together, and the 8 is a club, so those are 2 different suits. So if it's like that, or if it's a complete rainbow, in 9-6 double-double, you'd keep nothing. Throw it all away. In 9-6 triple-double, you keep the 3-4. Yes, I was actually thinking that as well. This is similar to the worst hold that you would do in Ultimate X. That's why you said similar. Yes, it would have to be higher than the 3-4. I was wondering why you did keep 3-4, but it makes sense because they're both kickers. So scenario 18 is high card ace versus the 2-3-5 or 2-4-5 straight flush. So in triple double bonus, you keep the ace over the 2-3-5 or 2-4-5 if there's a 6 present and it's a different suit than the ace. So if that's your dealt hand there, in 9-6 double double, you'd keep 2-3-5 because there's only one gap on that straight flush. In 9-6 triple double, you're going to keep just the ace, which I wish I had known. I somehow forgot about that. I think we were filming today, and we had this hand, and I went for the straight flush. Although we were playing Ultimate X, so I think in Ultimate X, the straight flush probably still wins out. And that is the end of part 3. And now we're going to go to the fun little presentation that Mr. Paxor, I guess I should say, made. We're going to go to videopoker.com. We're going to go to Pro Training, and he gave me a bunch of these hands to play. Single hand, triple double bonus, 9-6. We're going to play this. I'm going to plug in these hands that he just gave me and see if I can get them right. And we're going to see why you do those. Hang on. The chat just moved on me. We'll see if I absorbed any of that either. Because, hell, I was having trouble speaking there. So, let's see. Updated hand scenarios. So we're going to go over the updated scenarios for part 2 first. So we're going to pick our cards, and we're going to do Jack of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, 2 of Spades, 9 of Diamonds. So here, we did just go over this. I think it's going to be all 3. It is, yes. So because we had that 9, 8, 9, or 10, that 9 was flush or straight interference. That's what made us go for that 3 to the flush. So as you can see here, it was 2.06 versus 2.05, 7. Now those are very close, but again, those are hands that could happen fairly often. And now, so now we're going to do another stipulation there. It was 9. Jack 3 of Hearts, 2 of Spades, 7 of Diamonds. So now that 9 is part of the flush. So I believe you're going to go for that again because the straight interference is part of the flush. You would. That one's got a bit of a bigger gap there, interestingly enough. And so now we're going to check it when neither of those other 2 stipulations happen. So this is Jack 6, 3, 2, 7. So now here, since neither of those other 2 stipulations happen, if you held these 3, I believe it would be wrong. It is. So here, because you don't have those, the Jack itself ends up being worth more, 2.07. So those were the, hey, we got a 2 pair there out of nowhere. The previous hand, the 9, it was, I'll plug it back in here. It was Jack 9, 3, Deuce 7. And I guess it's because the straight interference is part of the flush. So I guess really if there's a 9 in it at all, you would keep it no matter what. So this one, because the 9 is there, the straight interference is there, and it's part of the flush, you're going to keep it. So the Jack is only worth 2.04 there, and it goes up to 2.07 because of that straight interference. Yeah. Little Joe from Kokomo. How's it going? Nice to see you. Stop doing that. All right, so now we're going to go to the hands for part 3, which is... So it was... the 2 hands were the 9 was a part of it in the second hand, and the 9 was... It's if you have a 9 straight interference was the difference between the 2. That was it. If you don't have the 9 in the hand, you would keep just the jack. If you have the 9 in the hand, in either position, if it's suited or unsuited, you would go for the 3-card flush. So it was a 9. In the first 2 hands, there was a 9. In the third hand, there was not. So now, let's see. 4 of spades, 7 of spades, 8 of spades, 9 of clubs, king of hearts. Now, this is a double inside straight flush versus the king. Now, was it because we have the 9 interference here? I think we go for the straight flush, was it? No, that was not it. Was it no? It was just the king, but that is still pretty close, but you should always play your hands correctly here. There's that. Now I can go back here. Why was that? No. Which hand was that? I'm not going to go looking for it. Oh, the 9 and the king are off suit. Oh, if they were the same suit, then you would go for it? Okay, you trickster, you. So here, king of diamonds, 4 of hearts, and then 5, 6, 9. I think it's going to be the king again, since the king and the 9 are off suit. Yeah, 7, 8, because there are 2 gaps there again. Yes. All right. Thank you. I Heart Logos. You got me to pick right the second time. Okay, now the third hand, it was ace of clubs, 2, 4, 5 of hearts, 2, 4, 5 of hearts, and a 6 of clubs. So this one, I believe, since the 6 is there, you're going to go for the ace over the 2, 4, 5. In double bonus, you would keep the 2, 4, 5. But in triple-double bonus, because the 6 is there, you're going to keep the ace, right? Oh, no. It was because the 6 is there, you keep the other one. I had it backwards. No! I was so sure. And that's why you do that, because you can get a flush or a straight flush. Ace and 6 suited. I had it backwards. I had it right, but it was backwards. So I guess that would be I had it wrong. I just lost my place. There it is. Okay, we found it. Ace of diamonds, king of clubs, and then 8, jack, queen. I think I sort of forgot. Must have been so tired when I went over this last night that I'm not remembering it with just one go through. Whoops. So here we have an 8, jack, queen suited, and we have an inside straight. We have the 4-card inside straight with 4 high cards. So the 8 is part of the straight flush, and the jack, queen are suited. So I believe it's still all 4 here. I can't remember why you didn't. I know there was a reason why you didn't do it, but what was it? It must have been because it was a straight flush. Why am I having so much trouble remembering this today? I did so well in part 1 and part 2. Oh, I'm a failure, guys. I apologize. So let's see here. Pick cards, and we go 3 of hearts. Can I go O for all of these? 3, queen 10, and then 8, 9 are that. So I don't think it's that many scenarios, is it though? I think I'm just blanking today on this learning. So let's see here. We got this. We got a 4-card straight with 1 gap. But we have the queen 10 suited. And now I think we have a flush penalty card there. So I'm going to say just the queen. No, I'm going to say the inside straight. because the queen 10 is getting interference from that heart. That's what I'm going to say. I cannot remember what we just went over there, but that's what I'm saying. Oh no, 3-card flush. Okay, that thought hadn't even crossed my mind there. Well, wow, I was way low on that one. But still, look, even I was off by 2 hands, and it was still only 0.04 difference. That's 4/10ths of 1/10 of 1%. So that would be 4/100ths of 1%. That was a very awkward way of me to say that the first time. Okay, so then that was that one that we just did, and now let's see. Now it's ace of spades, 2, 3, 5 of hearts, 2, 3, 5 of hearts, 6 of diamonds. Now here, I'm going to listen to I Heart Logos here, and now since the ace and the 6 are not the same suit, I think we're going to go 2, 3, 5. Let's see if the rationale, if I listen to I Heart Logos. No. Oh, wait. I did it backwards again. Good God. But again, these ones are 2, 3. That's very, very, very close. Yes, it is ace. I just went over the scenario in my head and had it backwards again. So now, we got, pick cards, we got a king of diamonds, a deuce of diamonds, a 5, 7, 9 of clubs, 5, 7, 9 of clubs. Yes, I do need to go over this again. Perhaps next week I can just go over this again at the beginning. I'll just go over the quiz after reviewing myself. So here, it was, I can cheat here and look. Let's look here. This was the, no, it's here. This is the 3-card straight flush versus a scenario 16 here. So we go to 16, double inside straight flush. This is not a 9 high, was it? Oh, it is a 9 high. Okay, so 9 high. Wow, I randomly picked the right one. High card is held over 3 to the straight flush with no gaps if there is a 2, 3, or 4 that matches the suit of the king, which there is, I believe, right? 2, 3, or 4, yes. So here we're going to go 5, 7, 9. Look at that. If I cheat, I got it. Now, I guess because the 2... I don't understand why you would do it there. What influence does the 2, 3, or 4 have against that straight flush? I would hope I got it right if I cheated. That would be terrible if I cheated and still got it wrong. Let's see. Ace of diamonds, 9, jack, king of hearts, and a queen of clubs. Now this one is the, let's go back here, this one is the inside straight with 4 high cards versus 3 to the straight flush. That's scenario 14 right here. The inside straight with 4 high cards will be held over the 3-card straight flush. Only the 3-card straight flush with 2 gaps with the jack queen, or 8 jack queen is held because there's no interference in between. So here we are going to go for the inside straight. Hey, we got one. Well, that was the, oops, wrong one. That was the scenario from last week that Pax had added the 2 stipulations to, the 2 that you didn't get there. That he was adding the stipulations from last week when we went over the review there. So it's king, deuce, 3, 6, 7. Now, it was the 3, 6. It was the with the 9 high. It was to go for the straight flush. With this is only a 7 high though, which makes me want to 6, 7, 8 high here. That makes me think that it's different. If there's a 9. So here you mix two scenarios together to try and confuse us. So I probably would have still gone 3, 6, 7 here because or no. Oh, so I would have been right. Yeah. So 3, 6, 7. So it's only if the king 9 is suited. So only if you have a straight flush draw there would you go for, wait. Oh, that's only if it's okay. So yes, I was right. Because there's no 9, you go for the king. I'm still confusing myself. 2 is not a 9. Yes. So because if there was anything besides a 9 suited to the king, I think, or if you would keep the king, but since it was a king 9, let's try it. So if we do king of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 3, 6, 7 of spades, let's try that again with the 9 there, which you may have later in the example, but let's go over it now. So here it would say you go 3, 6, 7. I assume because the 9 of diamonds is a penalty card against the king, so it would make the king less valuable because you would never hold a king 9 suited. So it's 2.031. I assume because that 9 is a penalty card, is a straight flush. And you would, that makes sense to me, I guess, because it's so close that even just that little penalty from the 9 bumps it down. So now let's see. We got to pick our cards here. Queen 10, 7 of hearts, 6 of spades, 9 of clubs. Now, which of the scenarios even was this? We've got that. This is 3 to the flush. That would be scenario 15, which would be right here. 3 to the flush. It's held over 2 to the royal if the other two cards are 8 and 9, regardless if it's suited or unsuited. So there is no 8, 9. It's a 6, 9 there. So that would mean that we would hold just the 10 queen, I think. Oh wait, no, it says 10 queen 7 here. Would not, because it would form 4 to the outside straight. Oh, 6, 7. No, that's not 6 the outside straight. So I think it's that, right? Yes. Yes, we can go over this again next week. How about next week we can go over this again, but we'll do it. We'll skip the part 2 recap and just do like a. I think if we go over just this next week with no typos, and then if you want to do that bonus section, that would be probably we could knock those 2 out in one, I would think. Okay, let's see. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So 4, 5 of spades. And then 8, 9, 10. Now this one, let's see if we can get it. No, it would have been 3, 4. If it was 3, 4, I think you would hold it because we have 2 suits there on the 8, 9, 10. But since this is 4, 5 and they're not both kickers, I think you're going to ditch everything. Oh my God, I finally got one. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, so now here, let's party again. We got a queen of diamonds, we got a 2 of diamonds, and we got a 5, 7, 9. Now this, I believe, is... Oh, okay, so it is. That's what I thought. It was just the king high. So if we hit bet max here. So since this is not a king high, I think you're just going to go for the queen because you'd never go for a double inside straight flush over anything else. Boom. There we go. Wow, this is much easier when I cheat. Let's see. Here we go. Ace of clubs. 3, 4, 6. And a 9 of spades. So let's see here. We have an ace versus the 3, 4, 6. That is a straight flush with one gap. So let's see here. This is high card ace versus 3 to the straight flush. That's only a 2, 3, 5 or a 2, 4, 5. That's what I thought. It's too high. So I believe you're going to go for the 3, 4, 6 always. Yes. Okay. So now let's go pick cards. 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 7 of clubs, king, 9. So this one, I believe, if I can remember correctly, after just cheating, this would be the same scenario I just cheated on, where if it was a 6, 7, or an 8 high double inside straight flush, you would only hold it over the king if there was the 9 suited card there. So there, the king and the 9 are suited. That 9 becomes both a flush penalty and a straight penalty for the king, which I believe would bump the 3, 4, 7 above it now. Yes. There we go. We're catching on now. We're catching on now. Now let's see here. Pick cards. It was 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Now, I'm going to try and not cheat here. So there are 3 suits there. 3, 4, they're both kickers, but why do I feel like one of them had to be a 10 in order to keep it? Let's see. I'm just going to go for it. No. Okay. Was I right? Did one of them need to be a 10? Scenario 17. There's 8. Oh, it had to be 8, 9, 10. Okay, it had to be 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Oh, can't have any straight interference. Got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense there. Oh, wait. Did I just play a hand? No. So we oh, that was the end of the throw it all the way. Okay, so now we've got we just did the 3, 4, so now we've got king, 5 of clubs, 6, 7, 10 here. So now this was the 10 high double inside straight flush versus the king, the 5. I want to say, why was it only, I think it's only 2 or a 2, 3, 4 suited, and a 5 is neither of those. So I think it's going to be just the king here. No. Was it 2, 3, 5? Urgh. 10 high. Oh, it's 2, 3, 4, or 5. For some reason, I didn't think there was 5 was included there. Son of a gun. Ah, okay. So I had most of it right there in my head, almost. I was just missing a very key part there. So let's see. 6, 8, 10. King of spades, 3 of hearts. So this one is going to be just the king because it's not suited. I think, right? Is that what that just said? Yeah, 2, 3, or 5, and it's the same suit as the king. So here we're going to go just the king. Okay. And now one last hand, and then I'm going to end this training session early. So here it is 8 of clubs, 9 of hearts, 10 of spades. I'm going to end this early because I'm watching a show on Netflix that I'm really enjoying. So here it is 8, 9, 10. They are 3 different suits, so it's the 3, 4 suited over nothing. All right. Are we doing a contest? Oh, yes. Let's do a contest. Player challenges. That is a good call. Thank you. We're going to do a group challenge open to anyone. 200 people can play. I don't think we've ever gotten that many people, but let's do barnyard poker. I love this silly little game. So you're going to have, it's going to be a winner-take-all contest. If you want to play in it, log into videopoker.com. If you don't have an account, use that link at the bottom, videopoker.com/gents. There is an S on the end. My chair is kind of in the way there on the green screen. You hover over play, you go to player challenges, and you'll see it under accepted challenge. Just look for challenger the Jackpot Gents. It's winner take all. The winner gets a 1-month membership, pro membership to videopoker.com. Let's see who won last week. Lucky Lulu won last week. 23,000 credits on Hot Roll Poker. That's pretty good. Congratulations, Lucky Lulu. If you're here, you'll get a free 1-month pro membership. So if anybody wants to play in that real quick, well, we'll just go. And you have to be done by midnight Pacific time next Wednesday night, or else you will forfeit. You don't need to play all 100 hands at one time. You just have to have all 100 hands done before midnight Pacific time next Wednesday. So we did it. Oh yeah, let me throw in the Jackpot Gents website one more time. Go there if you want your strategy charts for 9-6 triple-double bonus. If you want, you could print that out, bring it in. Oh, yeah, let me show it on the screen. There you go, thejackpotgents.com. I'm watching The Brother's Son or Brother's Soon. I started watching it. It's pretty good. So, yeah, this is the Jackpot Gents website. There's a wonderful picture of me and my dad. We have a lot of video poker stuff here. We have video poker strategy charts. You come to strategy charts. We have them for jacks or better, bonus poker, bonus deluxe, double bonus, double-double, triple-double, deuces wild bonus, ultimate X, super draw 6 card, and fast fours. I believe we're the only people that have the super draw 6 card and probably fast fours. We're talking about triple-double bonus. We only have the 9-6 one listed here, but if you go here, you can look at it. This is the pay table here showing what each hand pays. And then this is your list of holds right here. You, of course, the number one best hold is a Delt Royal. And then you just scroll down here. So say you have a full house. And 3 of your full house is, the 3 of a kind of the full house is aces. So you would look at this. You'd start from the top. You'd work your way down. 3 of a kind aces with a kicker is right here. 3 of a kind aces without the kicker is right here. Keep scrolling down. Full house is all the way down at number 12. So the way you would look at that is you'd see which of those was highest if you had 3 of a kind aces. Whether it has a kicker or not, they're both higher at 7 and 9 than the full house at number 12. So if you want, you can just print this out, bring it into the casino. We have never had an issue using a paper strategy chart in a casino. I have heard some people say that it could be an issue, so keep that as a disclaimer. If you print it out, I've heard you can get in trouble using it, but we just keep it in our pocket, and then if we ever have a hand that we aren't sure of, we take out, look at it, play the hand, put it back in our pocket, and then boom, there you go. Yes. I'm not going to say the name that Mr. Brain just said, but that is one of the places that I've heard they have an issue with you pulling out a strategy chart. So that does it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And actually, I wanted to, if everyone wants to follow our new Facebook page, we got demonetized. I know most of you are diehard fans and have probably already followed it. If you did not, you could please give us a follow on that new Facebook page. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 5,000 likes or follows or whatever the hell the word is that they use to be able to get monetized again. So thank you all very much. And I'll see you Monday night with my dad live from the casino.